No, we're back again, yet again. Now, again, our life is interesting because we go from buckies to single cabs to double cabs to crossover SUVs to great dirty big SUVs
and we have no time to do them all as often as we can. So
correct.
This is why we're catching up.
We do catch-up sessions.
Right. So Triton,
Mitsubishi Triton.
Yeah. Entry-level bucky. How much does it cost, Al?
Okay, $485 as I drove.
But it's a double cab.
It's the double cab.
Double cab. $485.
Wait, let's just get quickly. Double cab, two-wheel drive, 4x2, not 4x4, manual only, no auto option. They call it the GL, which is interesting. Brought in fairly recently, I can't remember the exact timing, but they added it to the range quite recently as an entry level. Now, yes, I know there are a couple of Indian and Chinese brands that are coming in very cheap, but Triton has always been closer to the Toyota, the Ranger, etc., etc. It's always been looked at more being a Japanese one, etc., as the old school established brands. Am I right? So the fact that they managed to bring in a model right down there, as opposed to
exactly. And I mean, when we say right down there, it's not an uncomfortable place to be.
Look,
I mean, there's quite a lot of bucky there.
There's a lot of bucky there.
Remember, it's a double cab.
Correct. It's got payload 1,050 kilos.
Sure.
Okay. It's got all those kind of things. Let's talk the engine, because that's important. It's the same 2.4 liter engine as the upper models.
Diesel.
Turbo. Turbo diesel only in the range. So across the range, they've got the same engine. But what they've done with the GL is they've detuned it.
Really? Just a little bit?
Quite a lot.
Okay. From?
You got the 132 kilowatts in the bigger ones, and 420 Newton. You're down to 100 kilowatts and 324 Newton meters.
Did you see my fuel consumption?
What was it?
Very low.
What do you call?
I got just over 7.
Okay, I was showing 7.5, 7.8 in that range. Okay. By the way, that was not an overall figure. That was for a single trip. The thing does not have an accumulative that I could find.
Yeah, you can only do trips.
You could only do per trip.
Yeah.
So you maybe managed one trip on that figure. I'd like to know what your other trips were.
No, actually, it averaged. It was surprisingly economical. I was continually surprised when I was looking down at my average fuel consumption how good it was. And I would start in the mornings. I would have 700k range. By the time I finished, I had a 780k range, and I'd already done 40k's.
Well, if I can tell you, I gave it back yesterday. I'd done 420 or 450 k's in total.
Still had fuel left.
And still had 400 left.
Good Lord. Yeah,
it was just on half.
Yeah.
So this thing is economical. Let's not be pedantic on the exact numbers. I saw it down as low sevens.
That's phenomenal.
On a number of occasions.
No, that's phenomenal.
For a big double cab bucky. I mean, listen. It had a Tonyo on the back, but we all know double cabs have the aerodynamics of a brick.
What we need now is a 132 kilowatt version. Let's compare and just see, because I have deep suspicion that that's where the difference is going to lie. You get the more power, but you're going to pay for it at the fuel pump.
Look, I've tested in the past.
It was surprisingly good.
If you go way back on the channel, you'll find a test on the upper model.
Sure.
Surprisingly so. But it surprised me more.
It's got a lot of pull.
Was
the torque on the motor
feel like it was that detuned.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I haven't driven the 130, but I didn't feel like this thing needed more performance.
Not that I'm comparing in all ways, but let me put it this way. The week before I had the Hilux, also 4x2.
And we've had the Wild Track.
With the auto box.
Yes.
Okay. So the only difference being the auto. That one has 150 kilowatts. This one's got 100. That one has 500 Newton. This one's got 324, I think it is. It's not that it felt like it had half the power.
Correct.
It certainly managed more than adequately. It's a 6-speed manual. Yes, you're rowing the gearbox quite a lot, but it's not an unpleasant gearbox to work with.
No.
It was quite fine. Look, it's heavier than in a small hatchback or a crossover SUV with a manual box, sure.
Didn't notice it.
I'm saying... No, but even the gear lever, it's
that's a proper bucky. No, it's a proper bucky. It feels like the old school buckies, which is the lacquer.
It felt a bit more old school, but
Really
then again,
enjoyed
that's what you want with a bucky.
No, agreed.
My only other thing was I did notice quite a few times was your first gear is incredibly short. I mean, you literally 5 meters down the road and you're already having to shift into second.
How old are you, Alan? You never pull off in first gear in a buck. You pull off in second.
I'd pull off in first.
I pulled off in second. That was fun.
But I mean, well, which also says a lot that you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
comfortably do so.
You could pull off in fourth in that thing if you wanted to.
Okay, so you've got all of that.
Yeah.
You've got space. It's nice. It's very spacious. Cloth seats, who cares? I'm quite happy with
whatever.
cloth seats.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no issue to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, but now what you've got to accept, because I know when we swapped it over, you had a couple of comments there and whatever. This is cheap.
It's priced.
It's priced, and it's built to price.
It's built.
Oh, hang on, not built to price. It's spec to price.
It's spec fit for purpose.
Okay, so
if
it
you
is the
want-
workhorse version.
Exactly.
You've got it. Look, if you're looking for it for all overall use, and that's your price limit, you're not going to do badly, and there's no reason not
100%.
to. But at the same time, it is spec to the price. So you've got a really poor quality infotainment screen with my biggest complaint: no reverse camera.
So yeah, the quality that what.
Yeah.
When you say poor quality, it's not poor quality per se. I didn't get it. It's finicky. So you've got to push a button to up the volume and stuff
Well,
down.
when last did you drive a vehicle with not one button on the steering wheel?
No, it had a hooter.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's okay. I mean,
I can live with it.
It's what it is.
I can live with it. For the money, listen, you've got to realize that, as I say, of the established brands,
Yes.
you go up one level to get a few of the niceties and you're at 600,000 plus.
Exactly. And
That's the difference.
And honestly, for me, that entertainment system is such that it would be out and an aftermarket one put in if it really bothered me that
For
much.
$5,000 odd.
Exactly. If it really bothered
Oh,
me
10
that much.
grand, you'd even get a reverse camera included.
And Bob's warranty. So I think that I was thinking about the vehicle afterwards, and yes, I think it's where it's priced is spot on. I think it's
100%.
You're getting a phenomenal workhorse, as you say, out of this thing. It's going to last forever. I mean, it's a Mitsubishi Triton.
Mitsubishis, and particularly the Triton, I was going to say, reliability.
They're up there with a
They
Hilux.
are there with a Hilux. You know what the sad thing is? It is the most underrated vehicle around. It really is, okay? Of that category.
Of that category,
that category, it is totally and utterly underrated. Why they don't sell more of them, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'd be interested again to know if bringing in the GL version has upped the sales.
Up the sales.
I haven't seen figures.
May well.
It deserves to.
It deserves to. You're right.
It deserves
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's
So you've got
exactly
that.
it, yeah.
I mean, I've got a friend who's got an old, is it the 2.8 or 3 litre Rodeo version still.
Oh, right. Yes.
And he tows with it regularly, and I'm
Can't
talking
he
he
do it
tows big.
That's
A big speedboat, powerboat. Things like that. And he swears by it. And
That's what they're
he
built for.
regularly phones me and says, "Is it time to get a new one?" And I say, "What for?"
what for?
He's in the lucky enough position that he has a car as well. This is used for towing and whatever. That's what he's got it for.
That's what it's for.
He doesn't need to change it. And he's
100%.
had it for, I mean, this thing's 10 plus years old.
Yeah. No, I think this thing will outlast me if I actually bought one.
No, look, they're known for it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Great value for money. That's the bottom line. And you know what?
And I like the color. That orange
was
metallic
different.
was really nice, actually.
I
have a thing
said the last
for
time-
burnt orange, but that was just beautiful.
That's you. I mean, yeah, we all know he's got no taste. Okay, so there he proves
Sophisticated
it.
taste.
He proves it by not even being prompted. But listen, Buckies are supposed to be white, really. But it does. It did look. It looked distinctive. It looked good. It actually attracted a bit of attention.
Yeah, no, it's actually not a bad looking.
Not a
vehicle
bad
as
idea
far
either.
as far as Bucky's go. Yeah.
As they go. Bottom line, if you're on a budget
Yeah.
for a double cab,
Yeah.
and that's the point you want, you have to have double cab, and you're on a budget.
It's going to be hard to ignore.
This one is
It's going to be hard
got
to
to be
ignore.
looked at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy if you don't.
Absolutely.
Simple as that. That's it on it.
That's it.
Alan Will,
Done and
thanks very
dusted.
much.